he warns James of the dangers of all of this. And there's actually another text called the Gospel of Judas, another more recently discovered text, where he actually tells Judas he is of the line, of the seed of an alien entity, and something that is very seems to be something like an abduction or a sighting of a UFO happens. Some kind of craft is described that Judas goes up into.
Okay.
So if he was able to warn his apostles that something was going on here, that there is a serious threat here, that does suggest that he knew something, and what he suggested and what the other great teachers suggested, maybe there is an antidote to what these grey aliens are doing with interrupting our information field that traces back to the God verse, what Nigel terms the God verse. Maybe we can somehow break those interruptions by, in ourselves, resembling more that prior state where everything was together, where we weren't separate, where we weren't machine-minded.
Okay.
Exactly. An opposite to transhumanism, very similar to in a near-death experience. People who have near-death experiences, they come back and their lives are transformed. They give people who are previously were businessmen, they give all their money to some charity cause and devote their life to helping people. Countless occasions of this. What those near-death experiences are seeing is the state that he was talking about and the other great teachers were talking about, beyond the atomic state. And their message was, if you focus on that state, you can avoid these terrible threats that are coming at us that we can't do anything about directly.
Even just little phrases in Nigel's book like will and awareness are not part of the physical world. Just little things like that blow my mind.
Will is absolute, and if one wills oneself back to this prime state, then you can make it happen.
But generally speaking, they don't want people to know that.
No.
Because then they can't be controlled. But thank you, both of you, for talking to me today. I still don't think I've got my head around it, but
we'll do it again.
Okay. Thanks, Danielle.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you, John.
Thanks, Rich.
It just remains for me to say, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. I'm Richard D. Hall. Good night.